Power users can create new products in minutes. Let's assume we want to offer a flooding CMA to handle surge CMA requests for areas hard hit by flooding. The product will need to include a flooding-specific form, and eventually will include this data on a modified Fannie Mae BPO PDF. We'll start by creating a new type of valuation called CMA flooding. Here, we've navigated to Design Configuration Modules and selected the Valuation module. And under the Types tab, we will choose Options, New Type. We'll call this CMA flooding. And click Save. We now have a new type of valuation that can be entered into the system. Next, we'll copy the standard valuation fulfillment workflow, renaming it to Valuation Fulfillment CMA. Valuation fulfillment is a QVS term for the forms that a broker must complete. Within Design Workflows, we've selected the Valuation Fulfillment Broker Standard Workflow, and we'll choose the Copy feature under the Edit button. We will name this Valuation Fulfillment CMA Flooding and click Copy. And we see that a new workflow template has been created with all the same steps that the standard Valuation Fulfillment Broker workflow has. Let's assume in this scenario we don't need to track taxes or repairs, and we'll skip sales comps since the flooding has really skewed market values. We'll go ahead and delete these steps. Next, we're going to add a new task that collects our flooding data. We'll call this step flooding. It will be a new task. We'll expect it to be done within 2 days, and we'll click Save. Now, let's add some questions to the flooding task. We'll prompt the users to enter, is the property damaged? So we'll call this field property flood damaged. And we will make this a radio button. We'll also ask the broker to estimate the percentage of the neighborhood impacted by flooding. This will be a percent, and we will make it required. Lastly, let's determine the conditions under which this product is used. The master valuation workflow decides what fulfillment workflow to use. We're going to modify the rules or matrix used to pick the fulfillment workflow. The fulfillment step uses the fulfillment matrix in order to choose which fulfillment workflow to launch. Under the fulfillment matrix, we're going to add a single row. We're going to call the valuation type CMA flooding. And the template we'll use is valuation fulfillment CMA flooding. Now, whenever we have a valuation of type CMA flooding, the rules engine will automatically pick our valuation fulfillment CMA flooding workflow. Now, whenever we launch a valuation with the type CMA flooding, the following set of forms will show up for the brokers to complete. Notice that our flooding form is here. With our custom design fields, we will say, yes, it's damaged, along with 66% of the rest of the neighborhood. And we can proceed on filling out the rest of the forms that we've required for this product. In our next tutorial, we'll show you how to extend a Fannie Mae BPO form to include these custom fields.